You are live.
You are welcome to Calm Nation.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, folks.
Fans have waited decades to see their favorite JSA characters come alive on the big screen.
The JSA was actually the first superhero team in the DC universe.
In the team, you have the senior versus the new recruits.
Carter Hall is the leader of the JSA, better known as Hawkman. He is a warrior through and through.
Brace yourself!
Dr. Fate, he has power to teleport, foresee the future. Be prepared.
Atom Smasher and Cyclone, they're newcomers to the JSA.
Counterfly, I get big. He can modify his molecular structure so he can get bigger, heavier, and stronger.
The Cyclone has the ability of aerokinesis. She can manipulate wind patterns.
To tell you I'm excited is an understatement. I cannot wait to introduce the JSA to the world.
Sorry, I'm a little excited about the JSA.
What?
I'm a little excited about the JSA, you know?
Okay. So I'm a little excited about the JSA. And if you watch our show, and you should be watching our show, you should know that we're a little excited about the JSA. There's we have been for the past couple of weeks knowing that Black Adam was coming and knowing that Black Adam was going to have JSA in the movie. We've been slowly but surely working our way through the JSA. We did a book that was about the JSA. We did a Hawkman book. Check it out.
Right.
We did a Stargirl book. Check it out. We did
Dr. Fate.
We did Dr. Fate. And but again, we looked at some of the modern takes of it and tried to do try to have a conversation where it's like, this is, if you walk away from the movie theater knowing nothing other than what you saw up on the big screen, here's a book that you might like, and we'd like to tell you about it.
Because there's some cool characters.
Exactly. And by the way, good evening.
Good evening.
Thanks for coming to Combination Trivia. Thanks for pledging the next 20-ish minutes of your life to play some trivia with us. We like comics. Yes, we do. We like comics.
So do you. We hope.
We hope. And if you don't, like I said, give me 20 minutes. We're going to talk about a book. We're going to talk about some other books maybe. And, follow our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell. Hit the button. Follow us on Twitter. Go to our webpage, calm-nation.com. Sign up for our mailing list. Hardcore.
Tell us what you think.
Exactly, because we're always looking for feedback. We're looking for suggestions, and what we are designed for all fan levels.
Mm-hmm.
All. So if you just like
all sorts of fun.
Yeah. So if this isn't a character you're familiar with, sit back and tell us what we did wrong. Tell us what you like. Tell us what we did wrong. And. But by the way, and we try to take a moment to say this, if you're looking for a slickly produced, professional, high-tech, fabulous trivia show,
call Dr. Fate and get him to tell you port you someplace else.
Yeah, it's not us. We're doing this for love. We're doing this for fundraising. We ain't doing this with, we're doing this with no money. So. Ooh, but we are doing this with lots and lots of lame jokes.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, this week we are focusing on Black Adam and Isis.
Yeah,
right?
The JSA saga. Exactly.
So, and hey, like they said, the JSA, all about family, Black Adam, part of a family. We'll get into that in a minute. So,
yes, and been around for a while.
Yeah, when we did the JSA book, we referenced a line that Batman has in the book that, like, the JSA has a connection to almost every crime fighter in the DC universe. It's kind of impossible to be part of the DC, and not have some connection to JSA.
Right. Yep. Justice League may be out there stopping the big bad guys in space, but the JSA, they're a huge family.
It's all about family.
Yeah. It's crowded on Thanksgiving, but
JSA.
JSA.
Awkward family dinners. Anyway, to play the trivia, go to crowd.live, put in the code, scan this. If you're watching this on replay, you're not really going to be able to play along. But if you're here live, and we hope you are, you will. And if you're not, again, if you're watching us on replay,
you can still try and guess before the end of the slide. And remember, it's always multiple choice. So pick your best answer.
And remember, it's multiple choice, and it's based on this book, the Justice Society of America, Black Adam, and ISIS. So if it's true in the movie, it might not be true here. If it's true in a subsequent publication, it might not be true here. Yeah. And if you need more understanding of the rules and regulation, go to our website. But for right now, let's get started. Now, traditionally, Black Adam is considered whose arch rival?
It's Batman. No, it's not.
It's Shazam.
Shazam.
Okay. And again, I'm going to go with the descriptor arch rival, not arch enemy.
Right.
Because
key difference.
because I've always felt that Black Adam and Shazam had a relationship kind of like Racer X and Speed Racer. And if you get that reference, just know that here at Combination, our geek runs deep. I mean, but it's like they're kind of, they have that kind of relationship.
Yeah. They sometimes butt heads, but they're not really opposed.
But sometimes they don't butt heads,
Right.
So, there was the original Shazam, the latest Shazam movie came out in 2013.
13 or 14, yeah.
Yeah. And next year, March 2023, is the next Shazam movie. So, and that should be lots of fun.
Sure. Big dragons, Helen Mirren, and all that stuff.
Exactly. It's they're going to battle the Daughters of Atlas, so yeah, that'll be good. Now, Black Adam first debuted in, what was the name of the publication?
It's a Marvel book, but it's not a Marvel.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay, so Black Adam first debuted in the Marvel Family, which was the name of a publication. Okay?
Yep.
It was, if you know anything about Marvel and Shazam, it gets a little confusing. We're going to try to unpack a little bit of it. Just know there was the Marvel Family. Black Adam was part of it. Yeah.
Along with some other marvelous characters.
Yeah. But the character who says Shazam to become superpowered on covers is referred to as Shazam. Interior may be referred to as Captain Marvel or the Marvel Family or whatnot, but never on the cover.
Yeah.
So no one gets confused. Are you confused?
No, not at all.
1945, y'all. That was 1945. By the way, Todd.
Yes.
For no additional points, which of these did I write for? Hint: it wasn't Marvel Family.
Marvel Vision.
Yes. We come up by our geek legitimately, baby.
Mhm.
Legitimately. Okay.
Ship them all.
So, big hint. Black Adam, all of the Shazam and Marvel family were not initially published by DC. They
No.
also weren't initially published by Marvel. They were published by one of the smaller books or one of the smaller publishing companies.
Yeah.
Namely,
Fawcett Comics.
now, Todd, because I know you can do this for no additional points, Charlton
Yes.
Comics was known for.
Charlton Comics is primarily known for the superheroes of Blue Beetle, The Question, Nightshade, Peacemaker, and I forget the fifth one, but they were the ones that eventually became the inspiration for The Watchmen. So if you really like
Okay.
The Watchmen, they were superheroes in the 60s, similar to that, which DC eventually bought and brought over too. And by launching Jim Apato's career.
Gladstone Comics were mostly known for the Donald Duck. So if you've got
Yes.
some old Donald Duck comics laying around, look around. It's probably Gladstone Comics. And Harvey Comics was Casper the Friendly Ghost, Wendy the Good Witch.
Baby Huey, Richie Rich.
Yes, Richie Rich.
Wow,
So-
one of those good fun comics you read as a young kid.
And all of them have ceased publication and licensed their characters. And hey,
Yeah. So,
DC now has all of the rights. I think they initially they licensed them and then they bought them.
Right.
When did they initially acquire them? In the 70s.
in the 70s. Yeah.
And it's like in technically I think it was 1972 with
Yeah,
actually
you're right.
flat out purchasing them about the 1990s.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then they've been part of the DCU ever since.
Yep.
And again, there's this very complicated Shazam's too like Superman. No, he's not.
Right.
But there was a time where Shazam used to outsell all the
Yes.
Superman books, all the DC books.
Right.
Crazy if you
Yeah,
think about it
Shazam at
now.
one point was the top-selling book out there.
Yeah.
Shazam.
And like we said, DC acquired all of the Fawcett characters,
Mhm.
including the character of
Lord of the Rings? What? No.
Sabbac.
Sabbac.
So
Crazy.
Sabbac is part of the Marvel. Well, he's not part of the Marvel family, but he is part of the Marvel family lineup, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's been a couple iterations of Sabbac. The upcoming Black Adam movie has the Ishmael Gregor version of the character, which, if you know, then you know. And like Captain Marvel, when Captain Marvel says Shazam, he's actually invoking a lot of Greek gods. When Sabbac says Sabbac, he's actually invoking pretty much every powerful evil demon and devil known. Todd, say it with me. It's Satan,
Ain, Belial, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Creteus.
and Todd's wife gets an honorary mention when he needs that extra power. He says her name as well.
If you ever want to conjure up evil, these guys can help you out.
There you go. Now, hey, Black Adam movie. It's coming out. We think sounds like it's going to be great.
But it's not his first appearance.
It's not his first. What was his first?
He was actually in.
Yes, the League of Super Pets.
Dun, dun, dun.
Apparently, Black Adam made a cameo.
In the League of Super
I know.
Pets.
You want to know more about?
features
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson as the voice of Crypto. So he was the dog and
Black Adam.
Black Adam. How do you do both parts at the same time? That's what I'm trying to. It's just that magic thing, you know.
By the way, because Todd is a huge, ridiculous, big fan of the Super Pets, we did a Super Pet show, Tales.
Tales.
T-A-I.
Get it? Tales of the Super Pets? Yep. Go back and check it out and watch it and learn all about Crypto and Ace.
Comet,
and
Ace the Bat Hound. And for those of you who wrote in asking when we're doing Pet Avengers, never.
Pet Avengers, you're playing my Throg. Sorry. You get that reference, you're good.
Combination. Our geek runs deep.
That's this.
So Dwayne Johnson, he's basically now he's transitioned to being a very successful actor. Before he was a successful wrestler. His father also was a professional wrestler, and his father wrestled under the name
Johnson.
Yep. So it kind of makes sense if you think about it that Dwayne Johnson now used to wrestle as The Rock. His dad was Rocky, not his real name.
Right.
Apparently his dad helped train him, helped get him into the business. It's all,
Yeah.
It's
much like the JSA, it's a family thing.
It's a family thing.
Carrying on the legacy, if you will.
So
we like that.
Yeah.
It's a symmetry.
Now, Intergang, speaking of legacy, Intergang was initially started by Moxie Mannheim. Okay. And it got taken over by Moxie's son, whose name completely escapes me at this moment.
Yes.
So
It's
again, it's a family thing, but hey, Intergang is an organized crime syndicate, and they first appeared in 1970 in Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, they're another one of those Jack Kirby creations from the time when he was part of DC.
Mm-hmm. They showed up in Jack Kirby's Forever People in 1971, and in the comics, okay, Intergang are armed with technology that they got from Jack Kirby's New Gods.
And the Apocalypse.
Yep.
That guy, Darkseid. That's scary.
So, they can be very successful at crime.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, they also double as a dating service.
Right.
Because Intergang are the folks who kind of technically introduced ISIS to Black Adam. You remember how we were saying this is Black Adam and ISIS?
Yeah.
ISIS is, in comic continuity, ISIS is Black Adam's wife. Now, technically, she is his second wife, since the first wife is the mother of the son that is referenced in the movie trailers. Also, his first wife is the mother of the son that, well, suffice it didn't end well.
No.
In comic continuity, ISIS was or is an enslaved refugee who was, who Intergang gave to Black Adam as a gift, as a little bit of a bribe, kind of in payment. And Black Adam found her to be really just admirable and fell in love and married her.
Oh.
So, Intergang, crime family, dating service.
Dating service. Because it's all about the family.
The family that slays together, stays together.
Yep.
But speaking about Isis, the comic character Isis, was inspired by
She came around through the medium of
a TV show. Okay. In syndication, if you caught it in syndication, it was called The Secrets of Isis. If you didn't, it was just called Isis. And it was the bottom half of the Shazam Isis hour.
Power.
And
Don't be
Power
crazy.
Hour. Oh my god. And I am old, people. I am old. I watched it in its original run and I loved it. The show was produced by Filmation. It ran from 1975 to 1976. It was a CBS morning show, live action, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And Isis was the first weekly live action series with a female superhero. It came like a year before Bionic Woman or Wonder Woman.
Yep. She started a trailblazer all the way.
Blowing aside the competition. Now, in the comics, Isis has a human identity. If you want to know how she gets superpowers, you should probably read the book. Even this book goes into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in the comics, Isis's real name is Adriana Tomaz. That's her human name. Now, in the TV show, the human character who was Isis, her name was Andrea Thomas, and I believe they did Adriana Tomaz to kind of as an homage to that original character. In the TV show, Joanna Cameron starred as the character, and if you've ever had anybody go like, "Oh, mighty Isis," that was part of her incantation. She didn't have a magic word per se, but she had an incantation. There was an amulet. It was a thing.
She called on the goddess of Isis to imbue her with power.
Mm-hmm.
And kick bad guy butt. Yep.
Now, in the beginning of this book, somebody's getting thrown out of the JSA.
Thrown out?
Yep.
You mean riffraff?
No. All right. Hawkman, in the very beginning of Justice Society, Black Adam, and Isis, Hawkman is getting thrown out. And, if you want to know why, you should kind of read the book. And if you want to know more about Hawkman, he's one of the ones that we did a show about.
Yes.
And if you want to see me lose my mind and try to list off every former identity of Hawkman, watch the Hawkman show. It's all of them.
Yeah, because that's got a long list of continuity.
Birdman.
Mm-hmm.
Now, also in this book specifically, Stargirl does some stuff.
Yeah.
And Stargirl reveals that she became a superhero.
She's an alien. No.
Just to piss off her stepdad.
Right. What teenager wouldn't pick up a power weapon, go fight bad guys?
When I was a teenager, I went and fought crime, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Again.
No chance I got.
If you want to know why, you can read the book, or you can take a look at our Stargirl episode, or you can do both. But as the origin stories go, it's different.
Mm-hmm. But again, it's all about family.
Now, according to comic continuity, Black Adam was initially the Wizards. Remember the Wizard? He was his initial champion.
Yeah.
And then he got
Yes. He was
corrupted.
corrupted.
Lady Blaze. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, when I was talking in the beginning, like arch rival kind of thing, Black Adam was, I believe, the wizard known as Shazam. Let's be very careful here. The Wizard, his name is Shazam.
Mhm.
And then Captain Marvel, who we call Shazam, sent Shazam
To become Captain Marvel.
to become
Shazam.
Captain Marvel. But the first champion was Black Adam,
Yes.
who, due to had some stuff go wrong,
Yeah.
and Lady Blaze encouraged him, shall we say, to take a different path, not of the true hero, but of a little bit more of an anti-hero, maybe a little bit of a villain.
Hence the black.
And all I'm saying is, like, if a woman with red skin and horns asks you to do something, think again.
Yeah, I should have listened to that advice before I got married.
So,
Yeah.
just saying, think again.
Mhm.
And man, every picture I've ever seen of Lady Blaze, she's got that just, she must have one heck of a moisturizer. I'm just saying. Now, we mentioned Shazam's, Captain Marvel says Shazam, Greek and Roman gods.
Yep.
When Black Adam says Shazam and Black Adam says Shazam, he is evoking the Egyptian gods. This is part of how Lady Blaze was able to corrupt him, is she pulled him away from the Greek and Roman gods and into the Egyptian gods. Apparently they were willing to give him some power. So,
yeah.
So he has the stamina of Shu, the swiftness of Horus, the strength of Aman, the wisdom of Zehuti, the power of Aten, and the courage of Mehen.
Yes.
And all I'm saying is, if the the Detroit Lions have the wide receiver whose name is Aman Zehuti St. Clair, or something like that. If he says Shazam, look out.
Run it all the way.
That was a sports joke. I tried to make a sports joke.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'll give you 3 points for that one.
Okay, again, illustrations and questions are from and inspired by Black Adam and Isis. Just technically, the full title is Justice Society of America, Black Adam and Isis. Yep. Available whenever quality graphic novels are available.
Mm-hmm.
The new Justice Society regroups just in time one of their greatest and most personal enemies, Black Adam. The sorcerer Felix Faust has imprisoned the soul of Isis, Black Adam's wife. It's never a good thing.
No.
But the Black Marvel, that must be Black Adam, just figured out that figured that out, and nothing will save Faust from his wrath, except maybe
the Justice Society of America.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what you see in the trailer.
Exactly. Or maybe not. Jeffrey Johns was one of the writers, and he has worked on DC characters, Green Lantern, Aquaman, Flash, Superman.
Stargirl.
Mm-hmm.
Help create and start.
Jerry Ordway, he's a writer, a penciler, an inker. He's a painter. Yeah. And he's worked on, I always think of him with Superman, but what else he's done Shazam.
Yeah, he did his own run on Power of Shazam. He's done most of the JSA over the years. He's done All-Star Squadron, which was another version of most of the characters. He's done Batman stuff. He's done Green Lantern. He's pretty much done just about every DC character there is at some point.
Dale Eaglesham is a Canadian illustrator, and he's done Conan, he's done Punisher, Green Lantern, Villains United, and Fantastic Four. And Bob Wyacek, I mostly know as an inker, but I believe he's done some artwork on his own. But it's like he's inked all the guys. He was on Paul Smith in X-Men. John Romita Jr.
Mm-hmm. He's done
on X-Men, John Byrne and Alpha Flight, He did George Perez. Did some good stuff. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I can't think of, just done nice stuff. Everybody.
I'm sure there's a major penciler he hasn't inked.
It's probably a shorter list.
Probably is.
And hey, Baltimore Comic-Con. When's the Baltimore Comic-Con, Todd?
That would be October 28th through the 30th, right before Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds.
And Saturday, the 29th.
Yeah.
We're going to have Ron Mars, 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Sunday, the 30th, we're going to have Jamal Igle, 12 p.m.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, buy your tickets now. They're on sale at BaltimoreComicCon.com.
Mm-hmm.
Come along and have some fun. We're not going to be broadcasting from the Baltimore Comic-Con.
No. If you want to see us there, you got to come see us live and in person. Come by.
Got to get your ticket punched. And hey, if you want us to come to your Comic-Con and do a trivia show, give us a call. We'll talk.
Drop us an email. Like and subscribe and send us a message.
Next week, we are doing Morbius, the living vampire. We will hopefully explain to you why Morbius is not like every other vampire. And hopefully the show won't suck.
No, but it'll be one you can sink your teeth into.
Not a professional slick show. Just not even trying.
Yes.
So tonight's winner is Mary. Nice
Marvel?
little chain. Huh?
Mary Marvel, she once got corrupted by Black Adam for a while.
Shh. Hey, thanks for spending the time with us. We really appreciate it. Please, please, please follow, subscribe. We're on every social media I can think of and a couple that Todd's never heard of. If you have any questions, comments, queries, suggestions, feel free to reach out. We are in this for the love of comics.
Absolutely.
We are in this to try to raise some money from charity. We are in this to try to make your day better.
Put a little levity in your day.
So,
because we love comics too.
Yeah. So have a great week. Thanks for spending some time with us. And we'll see you later.
And read more comics.
Bye.
Bye.